And this question is about highways in Northern Ontario that are often closed in the winter because of snowy or icy conditions, and all too often because of collisions. Secondary highways are also in bad shape and pose a safety hazard. So starting with you, Mr. Schreiner, 1 minute on your plan to address the state of our roads in Northern Ontario.
Yeah, thank you, Marcus. We absolutely have to improve the state of repair and snow plowing on roads in the north. And I can tell you, previous government that privatized snow plowing, the Liberals never changed that, and it's meant higher cost, lower service. We need to fix that. We need to make sure that highways like Highway 11 and 17 are upgraded to Class 1 highways, and that we have public snow plowing on them so they're safe in the wintertime. We need to finish the job on four-laning Highway 69 and have a four-lane highway between Thunder Bay and Nipigon on 11 and 17, widening our highways to make throughout the north to make them safer, especially for passing. And we also have to recognize that if we're going to address the affordability challenges drivers are facing, we have to electrify our transportation systems, and we need to roll out charging infrastructure all across the north. You know, it costs me about $5 to fill up my electric vehicle, $15 at a high-speed charger in North Bay last night. Meanwhile, drivers are paying over $100 to fill up their cars with gasoline.
We are going to move on.
Let's have that charging infrastructure on our highways so they can save money.
Stephen Del Duca, Liberal leader. What's your plan to address the state of our roads in Northern Ontario? 1 minute.
Thanks very much, Marcus. I will agree with Mr. Schreiner. Highways 11 and 17 do need to be upgraded to Class 1 highways for the purposes of winter maintenance. I think that's essential. In our plan, in addition to that, we would finish the job with respect to the twinning or the four-laning of Highway 11 and 17 from Thunder Bay to Nipigon. We would also be looking to four-lane or to complete the four-laning, a project that has gone on for, I know, a number of years, the four-laning of Highway 69. And we want to empower northern residents to be able to make more affordable choices to keep yourselves safe when you are commuting or traveling around the north. That's why we announced that we would create a new tax credit to take $100 off studded winter tires for those living in Northern Ontario. Thank you.
Doug Ford, roads in the north.
Well, thank you. Folks, I've driven these roads in the north, in the far north, and it's terrifying going down those roads, especially in the winter. This year alone, we're doing the largest investment in Ontario history of $640 million in widening roads and twinning roads. We're rebuilding highways 101 through Timmins, twinning Highway 17 from Kenora to Manitoba. We're twinning Highways 11 and 17 between Thunder Bay and Nipigon, widening Highway 69 between Parry Sound and Sudbury, building Ontario's first ever 2+1 highway to improve Highway 11. Mr. Del Duca, you had your opportunity and you failed. You were the Minister of Transportation. You didn't build absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. We made sure that Ontario's consistently beat our snow clearing targets, and including last year, we achieved 98% of provincial standards. Mr. Del Duca, we doubled your performance. 1 in every 4 highway contract area did not meet the provincial standards. You were failing as the Minister of Transportation. You weren't building highways. You weren't clearing the snows. They were more dangerous under your watch. Folks, we're going to build highways. We're going to get it done. We're going to make sure those roads are cleared throughout the winter.
Let's hear now from Andrea Horwath of the NDP on your plan to address the state of roads in Northern Ontario.
Thanks very much, Marcus. I have to say it's pretty interesting when I know that some of the promises that Mr. Ford is making are the same ones that were in his last platform, and he hasn't gotten around to those things, things like Highway 69. Our folks in Queen's Park have been pushing the Ford government for years now, every year that they were in office, to fix the problems with snow removal on northern roads. Why? Because we all know that northern roads are literally your lifelines. I mean, you really can't do much without the northern roads being in not only a good state of repair and adequate and safe, but also safely maintained. So Guy Bergouin put forward a private member's motion to make sure those Class 1, those roads, the Highway 11 and 17, for example, are classified as Class 1. Your transportation minister plugged her ears and didn't want to hear about it. big highways to mansions in southern Ontario that are going to pave over farmland and wetlands, but help your buddies are not going to help Northerners with their winter road maintenance.
We're going to open up the floor now, and I know that Stephen Del Duca, you're itching to address some of the comments made. I'll let you do that. And if we want to add, still with transportation, the Ontario Northlander, passenger rail service, if you each want to jump in about that, but we'll start with you, Steve Del Duca. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, for sure. So let me say on the Northlander, Ontario Liberals in our platform are committed to restoring the rail service to
You
the
broke
north.
it in the
Closed
first
it.
place.
Well, we are.
You canceled it.
Well, we are. But can I just? But can I
10 years
just?
later.
Can I please just echo one thing that was said a moment ago? I've stood here so far this afternoon and I've heard Mr. Ford talk as if he hasn't served as Ontario's premier for the past 4 years. Virtually every highway project that he referenced, and you know this, from 1117, which, by the way, my dear friend Michael Gravel fought hard to start the work on, Highway 69 from Parry Sound to Sudbury, work that is well underway.
And none of them are done.
If I can just finish, fixing and dealing with contracts that were poorly structured that date back in terms of privatization for winter maintenance to a previous Conservative government. Here's the bottom line, though, and Ms. Horvath is right about this. Doug Ford wants to spend $10 billion of your money as Northern residents, my money, Ontario's money, to build a highway 60 kilometers on the edge of Toronto that's going to destroy the greenbelt, farmland, and wetlands and save only a handful of commuters mere seconds on their daily trip